Wes Hal, everybody, and welcome to yet another video. My dear friends, 'tis the 25th of March, 2024, and that only means one thing. Oh yes, the Tolkien Reading Day is here again. And as every year, European Lore is back to read out or recite some of his favorite passages from the works of Professor Tolkien. Now, each and every single year, I change it up a little bit, but I always go back to my very favorite passage from all Tolkien's writing, and that is the beginning of The Hobbit. Because no matter how much time I spend reading his works, how much time I spend writing on Tolkien, writing theses and editing text on Tolkien, how much time I spend writing my own poems that were inspired by the writings of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, I always go back to that very simple and wholesome passage that is all about what I cherish the most in life, which is the ordinary things, the everyday life, filled with wholesomeness and good food, and the ones I love, walking in forests and living my life. And even though times get dark and life gets tough, I think that we should all try to live our lives a little bit more Hobbit-like as much as possible. So I shall read out 3 of my favorite passages today, and I encourage you, my dear friends, on this glorious day, do go and read at least a little bit of Tolkien to make your day a little bit brighter. Alright then, enjoy. Chapter 1. An Unexpected Party. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. It had a perfectly round door, like a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened on to a tube-shaped hall like a tunnel, a very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with panelled walls and floors, tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The hobbit was fond of visitors. The tunnel wound on, going fairly, but not quite straight into the side of the hill, as all the people for many miles round called it, and many little round doors opened out of it, first on one side and then on another. No going upstairs for the hobbit. Bedrooms, bathrooms, cellars, pantries, lots of these. Wardrobes. He had whole rooms devoted to clothes. Kitchens, dining rooms, all were on the same floor, and indeed on the same passage. The best rooms were all on the left-hand side going in, for these were the only ones to have windows, deep set round windows looking over his garden, and meadows beyond, sloping down to the river. This hobbit was a very well-to-do hobbit, and his name was Baggins. The Bagginses had lived in the neighbourhood of the hill for time out of mind, and people considered them very respectable, not only because most of them were rich, but also because they never had any adventures or did anything unexpected. You could tell what a Baggins would say on any question, without the bother of asking him. This is a story of how a Baggins had an adventure, and found himself doing and saying things altogether unexpected. He may have lost the neighbours' respect, but he gained, well, you will see whether he gained anything in the end. The mother of our particular hobbit. What is a hobbit? I suppose hobbits need some description nowadays, since they have become rare and shy of the big people, as they call us. They are, or were, a little people, about half our height, and smaller than the bearded dwarves. Hobbits have no beards, There is little or no magic about them, except the ordinary everyday sort which helps them to disappear quietly and quickly when large stupid folk like you and me come blundering along, making a noise like elephants which they can hear a mile off. They are inclined to be fat in the stomach. They dress in bright colours, chiefly green and yellow, wear no shoes, because their feet grow natural leathery soles, and thick warm brown hair like the stuff on their heads, which is curly, have long clever brown fingers, good-natured faces, and laugh deep fruity laughs, especially after dinner, which they have twice a day when they can get it. Now you know enough to go on with. As I was saying, the mother of this hobbit, of Bilbo Baggins, that is, was the famous Belladonna Took, one of the 3 remarkable daughters of the old Took, head of the hobbits who lived across the water, the small river that ran at the foot of the hill. Namarie. Ae laurie lantar lassisurinen, jeni unotime vera maraldaron, jeni velinte juldarvanier, mior mardi lisse mirvoreva, andune pella, vardo telumar, nuluini assentintillare ilienni, o Mario, aerentari lirien, arhisie, un tupa calakirio miri oiale, si vanvana, Romelo vanva valimar, namarie, nae hirvalie valimar, nae elie hirva, namarie. And finally, let us recite, my dear friends, the Lament for the Rohirrim. It is a favourite of mine, especially because it was inspired by The Wanderer, an old English poem. Where now the horse and the rider? Where is the horn that was blowing? Where is the helm and the hauberk and the bright hair flowing? Where is the hand on the harp string and the red fire glowing? Where is the spring and the harvest and the tall corn growing? They have passed like rain on the mountain, like a wind in the meadow. The days have gone down in the west behind the hills into shadow. Who shall gather the smoke of the dead wood burning, or behold the flowing years from the sea returning? Well, my dear friends, I hope you enjoyed the reading of some of my Tolkien writings in my very specific, strange accent. And to round up this video, I'd like to thank you all, especially to my subscribers, my long-time subscribers who have been supporters of this channel throughout the however long I have been around as European law. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sticking with me, despite me being an insufferable, honest guy who is nobody's ally and who is, well, altogether on his own side, and not altogether on anybody's side, because nobody's altogether on my side, if you understand me. Alright then, so, my dear friends, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Tolkien text is, book is, or passage, and what you read on this glorious day. And that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and Namarie.